See what he sets here. Please. Oh, oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, oh my God. Welcome everybody. It's Rev. We are doing some Edison today. Edison deck, Edison gameplay. On the topic of subscriptions, I'm not going to beg for it anymore. So if you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, then shove it up your ass. Shove it up your goddamn ass. That's all I'm going to say about it. All right, so here is the deck. Um, so it's like, hero beat, without the divas, obviously. But a few things I just wanted to try. Keegan originally came up with the idea for Crystal Seer, which I think is pretty good. I'm not sure at a 3 of it's worth it, frankly. So we moved one of those to a Snowman Eater, and I don't know if we would want to like maybe try like 2 Snowman, 2 Seer, but that really is pushing things with the monster lineup. And the monster lineup you want to keep pretty slim in the first place. Um, and I don't really think there's all that much to explain with this. Yeah, there's really not. Like the first thing I think to explain is the upstarts. So we're basically just trimming some like one-off cards to really narrow down like our power cards and get those to be a little bit more consistent. Because I was kind of thinking about Hero Beat and really what the deck does as it compares to really what all of the other important stuff is in the meta and the tier 1 stuff in the meta, and pretty much everything else in the meta has a higher ceiling, so it can just open busted like sure a whirlwind or whatever, and can just go like infinite plus and just can do ridiculous things and has like a much higher ceiling of power capability. But what Hero Beat does the best is being like hyper consistent and kind of delivering on the money like what your intended game plan is, which is just activating like very, very good cards like over and over again, like Gem Spark, which is like borderline broken, like Hero Blast, which isn't broken, but it's very good. Like having Stratos, like utilizing Honest, which is broken, and then, so on and so forth. And then, topping it off with like Miracle Fusion into Absolute Zeros, which is broken, but it's not like OTK material typically. Um, and then, having the ability to run like stuff like Future Fusion. Um, so that's really what the deck does. It's just like consistently consistent. And I figured as opposed to like trying to tech it out too much, just like more or less optimize around building it for consistency. So we cut a bunch, well, not a bunch, but we cut some of the fat and trimmed some of like the less consistent stuff like a Diva package and some like one-off like weird tech choices in favor of 3 upstarts and making sure we had the 2 e-calls in there too. Because what I found with playing other people's lists is um, like for this deck to do anything, like every single one of your cards needs another card to be good. Like outside of like your traps, like yeah, bottomless doesn't need other cards to be good, but it does need your opponent to do something to be live. Like same with Deep Prison, but like Hero Blast needs an alias in the grave to do something. Like Gemspark needs an alias on the field to do something. Honest needs alias on the field to do something. Stratos needs targets in the deck. Future Fusion needs to be drawn early enough where you like have it live and can few and set up a grave. Miracle Fusion, of course, needs your grave to be set up. So there's like a lot of very conditional cards. And like I think just having like being able to trim the fat and like make sure those conditions are met is like what this deck should be built around. Um, so that's really the idea of just like making it like optimized to be hyper consistent, like even more consistent than it already is. And kind of why I was thinking about this is something in GOAT format with Earth Aggro, which is Earth Aggro for the longest time, most builds were running Sakuretsu armors, and if you don't play GOAT format, Earth Aggro is basically, well, it's an aggro deck, so you basically just attack somewhat recklessly and try to end the game quickly. And the longer that game goes on, the less likely you are to win. So they were playing Sakuretsu armor, but like the way I was thinking about it is like if you're being attacked, you're probably on your heels anyway, and you're probably losing. And it's not a deck that can come back that easily. So what people started doing was adding in 3 trap dust shoot, and what that allows you to do is when you open that dust shoot, you get full hand information, and that allows you to play like way more to your aggro strategy. Because if you pick, a good threat off from their hand and you have full hand info, you can kind of just like know exactly how to win the game sub 5 turns. Where Sakuretsu does not give you that luxury. So um, it's just optimizing the deck for its win condition, which is aggressiveness. And really, this is optimizing the deck for consistency, which is the win condition. I mean, this deck doesn't have the highest ceiling, but like having consistent turn one Stratos and like having consistent Alias plus its like spell and trap entourage is really, really good. And like I just think that's kind of the way the deck needs to be built. And I also think having one like pre-sided Snowman Eater is really good too. I've liked that a lot so far. Um, and it kind of goes on like the one-ofs theory. Like having more one-ofs in your deck makes your deck a lot harder to play against. Same with like one-ofs of like certain floodgates. Like you don't ever want to be drawing 2 of these, so like just having one and like not oversiding is really helpful. So I've definitely liked a lot more one-ofs. I was trying to think about like Starlight Road and the role this plays in the side as opposed to something like My Body as a Shield, but that's probably like a totally whole another video and like where it fits in the meta. Starlight, I think is gonna be slowing down in popularity for a while, and I think it's gonna be more and more replaced with My Body as a Shield, just because My Body as a Shield isn't as good versus uh, like Heavy Storm and stuff, or like if they target 2 back row with an Icarus attack, but My Body as a Shield, first of all, you can play it on your own turn, and if you're trying to win by being aggressive, like in a deck like Black Wings, then you probably just care about them removing your monsters more anyway, and being able to play through a Torrential or a Mirror, and it helps you with um, like this deck, like Gemspark, or like even fucking Hero Blast. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but the side deck's the side deck. Kind of just doing a lot of one of theory. I don't want to spend too much time on the deck profile because we just basically made it 35 cards with 3 upstarts, 2 Yada, and I mean I guess even like 32 cards because we have like another 3 searchers here. So that's it. Let's jump into some games. All right. So we just played a game and I basically got told an incorrect ruling, but I took my opponent's word for it, so I'm not uploading that. That sucks. Um, we still 2-0'd that bitch though. He was playing Christia Sworn, and we 2-0'd him. So put it in the books. Um, we're just gonna roll with this game, and if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But um, they're like the thing with Edison is there really is a lot of rulings complexity just because the cards inherently are more complex, and I guess there's more cards, so there's like infinitely more reaction interactions, which is one of my pet peeves of Edison. I like the format, don't get me wrong, but you can't really just like jump into it like if you've been away from the game for a while. We'll upstart. Ah, shit. You know what? We probably should have e-called first. So that we're gonna e-call Stratos. I was too busy running my mouth, and now I'm too busy running my mouth to think about my next play. Um, so it's obviously Alias. Just trying to think if there's anything more we need to do here. I don't think it's worth setting up a Hero Blast yet, and I think it's too early for Solemn. I just don't want to get put in a corner where we have to activate Solemn, but I guess it's better to have it than not. Just because we don't have anything else. But yeah, Edison definitely has some more complexity. Oh yeah, we're letting that go. Alright, Prodigy in hand. Hmm. See, I don't want to alias just yet until he commits something else to board. Um, I'm just gonna poke with honest. Gosh, lag, man. All right. Yeah, that probably wasn't smart in hindsight. Just for 11 damage and letting him know we have honest. That was stupid as fuck. Now that I think about it. Plus, we're okay with him like kind of just accumulating resources because what I didn't want to happen was um me summoning Alias and then him like chaining a bottomless or something, and then like us not having a gem spark target. But that was dumb. I don't know why I did that. Stupid shit, man. Um, hmm. So we have no water. Water. Um, I think we just summon Alias, set spark, and pass. And then we're just gonna be forced to spark, which isn't ideal. But hey, we have to live with our misplays. All right. I think we just go in. Um, so the only thing we have knowledge on is Prodigy. He's played Stratos. He's played Diva, so it's probably just Diva Hero, almost definitely. Um, so I think I just want to get like we can set this, and we have the ability to back it up with Solemn. There's something to be said about not setting all of this and then just being able to more readily heavy storm, but it doesn't seem like he has any back row anyway. Um, that's it's not a big deal. I don't have a ton of practice with this deck. In fact, I have very little practice with the deck at all, which is kind of what, oh, nice, which is what kind of led to like the ruling issue, where I got basically either like inadvertently cheated or intentionally cheated last game. Um, and that's that. We haven't really been playing all that well, but we're up on cards behind a Solemn, which feels nice. Uh, and we have like pretty decent like removal, so I'm just gonna like attack and set hand. I don't want to give him too much time to like, so he doesn't have gores. Like him just like insta taking that damage tells me he doesn't have gores. We're just setting everything. And our heavy storm's gonna be dead forever. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not burning a solemn on that. Move Stratos, Diva. Okay. Here, I think we Gem Spark just because that's probably going to be one of our last opportunities to use it. And we're still not live for our Miracle Fusion. Oh my gosh, we're lagging. That's fine. I'm not solemning that. We should be able to deal with an android. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is good. Um, so ordering we Future Fusion first. Although, am I that upset if like we draw something? Like, nah, we Future Fusion first. And then we send Seer and I think we send Alias. Although that leaves a dead gem spark in our deck, but I think we want to keep Ocean in the deck just so that we can try to get some value out of it. Famous last words, right? Alright, keeping one synchro up isn't the end of the world. I'm just thinking of like what he could make. So he'll probably summon like a 4 and then like ladder up into an 8, which I don't think is a big deal, but I think it's best that we just preemptively ab 0 here while he has something on board. And we banish this. And I think it's better to keep a Stratos in grave, just for the potential. Whatchamacallit, the potential ocean. Um, there's no punish for attacking the attack position one, right? No. So you take 23. Uh, oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, my experiences with this is limited. He takes 33 because this, for like no reason, just gets an additional attack buff. Which is great. Uh, yeah, that's fine. It's totally fine. We definitely want another water engrave, so that's kind of stinks, but we have a future fusion loaded up, so I'm really not that scared. In terms of back row, um, how has he played no back row yet? Like he's got to be on at least like 2D prison, like a return. Like some people main deck devy, like bottomless. He's got to be running like dust shoots, and how has he not set anything? Bottomless here. I don't want to clog up this back row, but I think it's right to do that. Okay. Um, So cards that are scary are like Snowman, maybe? Uh, let's just attack into it. It's a Sangan. Rog. Okay. Probably Frog, right? Um, so we can Miracle Fusion this off, destroy that, and then flip this up, and then we go to 35 or 3,000, which isn't enough. I don't think it's worth getting too greedy with it. Okay. DD Warrior Lady is really good. You know what's even better is Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady. So, oh my, oh no, guys, I done goofed. Oh fuck, I just realized we don't have an open board spot to play it. That was stupid. This is sloppy. Hmm, let's just attack. It's gonna be the frog. Attack directly in this guy. That's fine. Whoops. I'm kind of fine with just clearing the board here. Um, I'm not gonna activate Torrential. I'm gonna banish this. Yeah, finally, on turn what, like 40? So we know he's running back row. Like he just happened to have played like none of them. So let's Miracle Fusion first. And we're gonna banish this Chotch and this Chotch. And summon our last absolute 0. And then we're gonna activate Rhoda. And we're going to behind a solemn, we actually do want to get this. We're at 3, so okay, we won somehow. So it's a synchro heavy deck, so we definitely want to compulse. There are a handful of monarchs and a Stratos. Uh, Does that mean we want just like to tech in a rug for like a dust shoot maybe? I think let's just try it out. And then like dust shoot comes out. Dust, I think, is going to be dead very frequently. Um, that's useless, useless. Super Poly? Super Poly, if he doesn't play smart, could end up being good. So I'm just going to try it out. I'm not super familiar with side decking here. And then Cyber Dragon, I think, is good enough going second. This is a great absolute zero answer. This is better than Seer in this matchup. Fossil Dyna, though. Fossil Dyna, is that even good in this matchup? And they special summon a fuck ton. So it kind of seems like it is, especially like in a seemingly back row light deck. So yeah, I'm gonna do some like more unconventional stuff and just see how it works out. DD Warrior Late I don't think seems that necessary because we're sighting in so many monsters. D Prison I think comes out. You know what? We'll just do one Dyna, see how it goes. I don't want to get too heavy on monsters. I also don't know if like Cyber Dragon's any good because I mean we're going second, so that's like the idea, but I just don't know Diva Hero well enough to know if that's really stupid. I mean, if they make like a turn one Cataster or something, then you can Chimera Tech it off, but okay. So he's got a Prodigy in hand. I think we're saving heavy, of course, and then we're going to E-call first to thin the deck out. And hope that this is nothing scary. Okay, he didn't activate anything, which is good. And then we get our alias. And then we upstart Petty Hobes. And we get another alias, which is a little unfortunate with no synergistic stuff. I don't think there's any real reason to force the trade here. I don't. I'm not confident that that's not a pro set heavy, honestly. So we're setting one, and we could get punished for this, but I just don't want to get double hit with a 2-for-1 with heavy. That sucks. Lol rug. Um, we probably, I think at this point, just run over Trooper. Too bad we don't have that Cyber Dragon, right? I just don't think there's any possible situation where he summons and we like torrential, and that's not even that good because these float or have floated. And then yeah, we kind of only have one play here, which is Alias. I don't really have a read on his back row other than I don't have any read on it. Like I can't really cross anything out at this point. And I think we're gonna have to start committing more into back row here because I think I need to get the rug down, which is kind of bad. Okay. Let's just hit him with a think to make him think we might have Gem Spark. Uh, we'll let that go. And then main phase 2, feel like we're at a point in the game where we kind of need to just play into heavy. I don't think we should have sided out heavy or our MST. Like I think he's probably running enough back row where they'll get use, but probably should have just activated it turn one. This is tough. Uh, I think I need to get torrential down, and that's all I can afford to put down, honestly. Like if he Caiuses, I just don't think he Caiuses here. I really don't. I think he's just gonna beat us in the face. That's fine. Okay, so heavy storm's out of the way, which is really good. We're just about to die, which is not good. And we can't really play heavy. We have Gem Spark. I think we just have to start beating him down. Let's go for this. It's so fucking annoying, dude. And let's kill. Uh, Trooper just Trooper dies, even though it draws him something. Like he'll just keep on setting up a graveyard for eternity. All right, so we don't need to play around heavy. Prodigy's out of hand. We basically just have to torrential this, which feels like shit. Arma. Okay. And Miracle Fusion, which is a-okay. And here again, we just have to remove this. Yeah, you can't do another. Maybe we can stabilize. I think this game is a lost cause, but never say never, right? Um, yeah, maybe we should have bluffed the heavy. I think we should have because we're probably. Oh, he's not summoning Arma. Huh. I am bluffing the heavy now. If he removes it, he removes it. But I just have a feeling that's fine. I have a feeling that he is going to summon Arma. And I just didn't want to be left like with my legs wide open, no back row. I wonder if that ends up ever being good. All right, can we build a wall here? Are we gonna wall? Paul wall? Um, I think the longer this game goes, the better, honestly, like for us at least, because 2 Miracle Fusions are out of the way. He does have a pretty scary banished pile for return from the different dimensions. So I think setting Mystical Space Typhoon is good because we can end phase pop whatever that ends up being. That sucks. Um, that sucks. We just lost, right? Yeah, we just lost. All right. Just want to check out his grave. All right, so I really got to think long and hard about like Diva Hero and what is needed to win. With Caius's, I just don't foresee D Prison being that good. And would have been good versus like Trooper, but um, I'm very skeptical Super Poly's good. I'm not sure what situations it comes in for. DD Warrior Lady seems good versus certain things, like maybe the Trooper or the Treeborn. Dealing with maybe an Absolute Zero. So maybe I should be keeping these in. I just can't go like too low or too low on waters and too high on monsters. Um, I'm happy with this. Let's just try it with 1 rug. No DD Warrior Ladies. A shoot opener. Nice. A shoot Rhoda opener. Plus rug. Where is the Strategeros? Is there ever like I'm just not familiar enough with this deck. I think you always just grab Alias, right? And then Ocean is kind of just like actually no, we do grab Ocean here because we want Miracle Fusion to be live. We don't have any other way to get that live in this case. So I'm setting both of these. This Heavy Storm is glued to our hand. Um, let's see what we got here. Oh shit. Few, Rhoda, Dust, Bottomless, and then we have to choose between the 2 monsters, Diva or yeah, yeah. I think we're choosing Diva here. We're gonna rug his fucking Stratos. Nice. All right, Rhoda out of hands. Watch this. Oh. Yup. So few out of hands. So Dust, Bottomless, Mally, Treeborn. Okay. See what he sets here. Please. Oh. Oh. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. All right. So we're about to go in. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think we kind of deserve that though, honestly. This Heavy Storm was like a total fucking brick the whole game. So the whole match. So that's it, guys. I don't know. I kind of like this deck. This it's really not like flashy at all by Edison standards. It's probably one of the most bland decks, but at the same time, this deck does require like decent fundamentals. Like I misplayed a few times. Like obviously you saw them, but like to be good with this deck, you have to have like really good like fundamentals of the game. It's not like just some cheesy bullshit like a lot of other decks where the deck kind of like just wins for you. Like you do have to fight for advantage and like you have to read back row and tack into stuff and unknown sets and know when to hold certain stuff and set up for gem sparks or hero blast. So I like this deck. It's probably something I'm going to play more of. The sad part is um I don't have absolute zero in real life, so I can't take this to locals, which that's kind of why I play Vayu and Machina, just because I have those decks, and I technically do have Blackwings as well. I just haven't played it at a locals or anything. So I'll probably play back Blackwings for a while, and then eventually, if I think they're reprinting Absolute Zero, I'll probably buy that and then build this deck. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.